Welcome! Hello everybody, it is me, the Audio Otaku here, back with a video, one that I meant to do quite a long time ago, and I think I regaled you all on another video that I made about how I made a blunder multiple times when I was first starting this channel, where I would accidentally record the video without audio. And when I reviewed the NICEHCK tiers the first time, months ago, around when they came out, I did that exact thing. And it was a really good video, one of my best, and I really enjoyed it, and I was very excited until I went and I looked and I saw that I accidentally turned my microphone off when I started recording. Because I have a touch microphone. When I used to use my microphone when I was recording with my webcam, now I've just been using my phone, which has better camera quality than my webcam, and I don't have to worry about turning the microphone on because it's on already. I'll go ahead and focus first. Just make sure everything's in focus. Everything should be in focus. So we're making up for that today. This is the NICEHCK tiers. By the company, NICEHCK, which I'm sure you are all familiar with at this point. It also says Yundao on the box. Yuandao? I don't really understand why it says that. But I guess that's another name for their company. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know. But it comes in white and gold and black and red if you're like a warlock or something. That's pretty cool. I'm an angel, so I got the white and gold. This is what we're going to be talking about after I talk about the boring stuff. This, I think, actually makes a difference, and I'll tell you why. Here's the thing. The frequency response chart. It's very V-shaped, so right off the bat you can tell this is very V-shaped. It's got this weird little hitch there, kind of like it resembles a little bit, no, maybe it'd be a little bit more lower. If it was like a closed back headphone, it has that little weird notch, which that's kind of strange. But it doesn't really sound that much like that. I think the FR on the website, if you hear any noise in the background, that's my cat. She's currently digging through plastic. Yep, that's what she's doing. Hey, Mona, hey, Mona. Yeah, you. She's a good girl, normally. Okay, so the FR on the website and on the box looks slightly different. The notch doesn't look as prevalent, and the treble peakage is a little bit more level on the website, and it doesn't have that weird peak at a little past 10k, 12k-ish. So I don't really know why it looks so different on the website and on the box. It's a little strange. It comes with options of 3.5, which is what we have here today, and Type-C with mic. I already mentioned I got the black, or the white and gold, and there's also the black and red. I really wish it would stop trying to auto turn off my screen while I'm recording, as I use that to reference and to look at focus. So let's stop that, alright? What is AE lock? I don't know what that means. Okay. But yeah, here it says NICEHCK and then Yundao. So I don't know, they have two names, guys, so NICEHCK is not on the front of the box though, Yundao is. So I guess they like that name more. Before I show you the IEM, let's take a look in the box. This is not the cable that it comes with, if it's not obvious. This is a NICEHCK Snowcat, I think it is. It's either the Snowcat or the Icy something or other. They look similar, but I like the way that one of them looked more, because it had the golden accents. So I got that, and I have mine terminating into 4.4 currently. I thought maybe I put the old cable in the box, but maybe if it's in here. Because I have no idea where I put the old cable. It sounds like it might be in this box. Either that or this is just a bunch of tips that will never be used. Yep. Tips. So you get tips in the box. This is not an unboxing video, so if you don't really like what's in the box, there's booklets, so maybe you'll like booklets for all you booklet fans out there. Box fans are going to be not as happy. Returning to the origin of sound. So that's neat. but I do regret not having the... It's a really nice magnet box, though. It's pretty cool for a more budget-friendly IEM. This is in $30, just under $30. It's pretty much kept the same price. Might have gone on sale a few times, but $28.99 is usually what you'll find it for. All right, let me pause my music I currently have playing on the K11. It's like Suisse is playing. Oh, Suisse featuring Calf Deadpool. That's a good song. Don't mind all this. You know how I just always have to have a bunch of garbage on my desk. But yeah, this is the IEM with that nice cable, like I mentioned. So just ignore the cable. This is not representative of the actual IEM. Sorry about that. She knocked over something. And now she's playing in some bubble wrap. I have a lot of boxes behind me because I ship stuff out a lot. I sell a lot of stuff that I don't use anymore. But yes, these are the, here they are. The focus is really not good, and this is why I need to be able to look at it. They look really nice. They're made of plastic. It's very smooth plastic. It feels nice. It feels like premium plastic, but it's very light. The tips I'm using right now are also the Triclarian tips. I really like those tips. They really brighten, open up the treble, make it a little bit more airy, and more airy than it already is, because these are airy boys. And that has to do with the technology that I was hinting at earlier. This is their acoustic maze technology, and man, this focus is just great. No autofocus whatsoever. I gotta keep on tapping on the phone. Acoustic maze technology. So this is supposed to be like an open back IEM. That's what they claim. It says on their website, their acoustic stack design. Is that it? No, that's not it. Large open back cavity. Might have something to do with it, maybe. They say this does something. I don't really know if the mesh shape actually affects sound quality very much. I'm not an audio engineer. I'm just a guy that likes music, like a majority of you guys who are watching. Like this guy. This guy likes music. 20 ohms impedance. Oh, a little on the lower side. So these things are pretty easy to drive. Obviously, because it's an IEM. Don't really see very hard to drive IEMs in this price bracket. Probably not until like the $1,000 plus IEMs, I would imagine. It's a normal 2-pin connector, of course. I can't find the thing about the open back. I have it open on my computer also, but I want to have it on my phone so that you guys could see it pretty easily. It's a sensitivity also. Not very sensitive, boys. Yeah, okay, how do you cancel your order? You're not going to want to cancel your order because I like these. But, like you saw with the FR, these are a very V-shaped IEM. So if you listen to a lot of like pop music, a lot of modern stuff, a lot of... I can't get back to the spec guide. There we go. If you listen to a lot of stuff like that, you will appreciate that kind of tuning a lot more than if you listen to... classic rock or classical in general, or jazz or things like that. If you listen to like a lot of modern stuff, you'll probably really enjoy this tuning. I enjoy this tuning, and I'm not typically a V-shaped guy. I mean, this is as close to Harman as you can get. Like, this is really Harman adjacent. Harman 2019. Like, that's pretty accurate, at least to what it shows there, not what it shows on the box, which was completely different, almost slightly. Completely, almost slightly. Just like my attention span. But these are very nice. They fit in my ears very nicely. This fitment is something I like to talk about quite a lot. And if an IEM sounds really good, that's really nice. But if it fits in your ears and sounds really good, then you got like a double whammy. But like I said, these are V-shaped. So it has increased bass, and there's a little bit of a dip in the mids, which I'm typically not a fan of. I love my mids. I'm a mid head. I'm a vocal guy. I've mentioned that before. So it's got the classic V shape, where it's like high up in the low, a little bit of a dip in the mid, and then up in the treble. So it's got that exciting boom boom effect going on there. So that's why I said it's good for modern music. But the thing with these are, with that maze cavity, look at this. That It's got grates. That's just for pressure relief, I'm pretty sure. But those are grates on the IEM, which open the soundstage and makes them feel a little bit more airy. And I'm going to put them in my ears right now. Let me tell you, I actually do agree with this sentiment and this technology. You can see the NICEHCK branding on this very nice cable, by the way. The cable cost pretty much is the same as the IEM, maybe a little bit more, which is hilarious, but I do that. This is what we do here. We love disproportionately priced cables and on budget IEMs. Let's see, I put on Wink featuring Rosu. Yeah, it's good stuff. Should have doing it on my phone so you guys can see. Now that I'm done with that, I have Niagara launcher, but this shit-tastic phone, it makes you restart it all the time. So I'm going to plug it into my Ibasso Macaron on my phone. It does not need a K11 to perform. I'll tell you that much. All you need is a little Apple dongle, and then you're good. You guys can see with what I'm working with here. There she is. I have it on low gain. Lower that a little bit so I don't blow my eardrums out. Is this Caminado? That sounds like it probably is still a little bit loud. So, for J-pop, these are very good for J-pop. And it adds that little openness and that little bit of airiness on there if you're used to open back headphones. It's very similar, but at the same way, not, because let's be real, how open can an IEM sound? Especially like in this price bracket. Most people would say that this is like a gimmick IEM, right? Because it's got all these buzzwords on the box, like acoustic maze, and well, I guess not all these buzzwords, but the website is a lot more buzzwordy. And a lot of people called BS on this, and when I got these, I got them very early. Nobody was making videos on these at the time. That's why I wanted to capitalize on that and be one of the first, but that did not work. But from what I've seen, a lot of people share the same sentiment with me, in that it's a pretty good IEM, very basic tuning, single dynamic driver. I should have mentioned that before. If it's not obvious, it's cheaper IEM. It's becoming more normal for there to be multi-driver IEMs, though, but you really don't need more than a single DD is pretty much all you need to have good sound. And a nice dongle like the Ibasso Macaron. But God, I love her voice. Rosu. Go subscribe to her on YouTube, or Apple Music, or Spotify, or Qbuzz, or Tidal, or whatever million different streaming services there are. And maybe she's on Bandcamp. Go buy her stuff on Bandcamp. That'd be pretty dope. These are really nice. And I feel like that's all I'm saying, is that these are nice. But, I mean, with their name being NICEHCK, what else am I supposed to say besides that they're nice? You know what I mean? Yundao. I agree. Yundao. I wish there was more to say about these, but they're really just very basic V-shaped sounding IEM, but with that gimmick of it being a little bit more open and a little bit more airy and a little bit more spacious. So like, if what these used to be, like, I would tell people if they were getting their first IEM for a while, I would say get these, because I was just so enamored with how open that they sounded. But then the more and more IEMs I would listen to afterwards, I was like, okay, maybe that's not as important. Like, I've been listening to my Kima 2 on and off, and then I would switch to like the Warner 2 Red Dragon, or I would switch to the Explorers, or I have so many different IEMs that I'd like to cycle through. It's been mostly Kima 2 lately, though, because, like I said, mids, oof, so good. I have a video on the Kima 2, the new Raven Teal color. If you guys want to go check that out, it's a pretty good video. I'm fairly proud of it. This video, probably not as proud of, because my Monster Energy drink has wore off. But these are available on multiple websites, like you saw, for $28.99. It says new launched IEM, but I mean, not really that new at this point, really. It's a few months at this point. So in this day and age, a few months is like old news. It says you're saving on the price here. It says $32. It's not. That's the normal price. That's the price that it launched at. You can find it for that price and probably cheaper. It has a USB-C version with a DAC built in. I have not used that version, so I cannot say whether the DAC, like the DSP on the DAC, sounds good. But it says right here it's got the tuning is slightly different on the DSP. You can see. A little different. The mids are taken up a little bit, so I might like the DSP a little bit more. It says balanced. Oh, okay, these are EQs on the DSP. So this is the balanced and neutral one, passionate and dynamic, which literally just looks like the normal tuning. I don't know how passionate that is, or dynamic. Like, it has a little bit of a dip here in the middle section, like around 200 hertz. Okay. I guess that's all. But yeah, it's got their own app, and you can do that. Or you can just be a Giga Chad and use something like Power Amp EQ, and then do your own EQ instead of using the DSP's built-in stuff. I don't know why more people don't do that, quite honestly. Yeah, I'm just going into rambling territory here because I've had these for a while now, and I don't know what else much to say about them besides they're good. I like them, and at the time I would have said go out and buy these. They're still good if you want to just like collect cheap IEMs, but if I were to recommend an IEM to just go out and buy right now, it would be the Opus X OP22. Which I have hanging around over here. And it's like looks like a spider nest. I just keep everything within an arm's reach, and I got the tank. I have to wrap that back up again. I have like so many cables at my cable house. It's redonkulous. This is for another video. Not coming up soon, but that is something that not a lot of people talk about, and it's a cheaper IEM that I think should get more recognition. But yes, these are the NICEHCK tiers, and I still say that they are worth owning, just so you can check out that soundstage thing. But in terms of the sound, it's just V-shape. I can't say anything more than that. If it was more interesting, I could go into more detail. But it's got, it's got punchy bass, it's got sparkly treble, and the mids are a little taken back, but that air opens up the mids a little bit, so it's not as taken back as like if you were to listen to like any other standard V-shape IEM. And also that's gross, don't look at that. But yes, these are the NICEHCK tiers. Once again, I am the Audio Taku, and hopefully the special package that I talked about in a post the other day is going to arrive soon from a very special company that you guys are going to be very excited for once I can release that video. And I'm extending this for time at this point now. If you guys want me to talk about any other kinds of IEM, give me some recs in the comments. Tell me how much you don't like me, how much you love me, and you wish that you could marry me. But sorry, boys and girls, I am off limits. No, not really though. I don't really care about that kind of stuff. I'm asexual. But listen to music. Don't listen to me. All right? Don't listen to me anymore. Unsubscribe. What am I saying? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.